Today we will be dividing fractions. Okay, to start, the most important thing to know when we are dividing fractions is this term reciprocal. Okay, reciprocal just means the flipped fraction. Okay, so the reciprocal of 1/4 is 4/1. See how I just moved my numerator to the denominator and my denominator to my numerator. Okay. So my reciprocal of 1/7 is 7/1 or 7. Okay. 4/1 is 4. Okay. Remember that whole numbers written as fractions is just over 1. Okay. So my reciprocal of 9, okay, 9 written as a fraction is 9/1. So the reciprocal would be 1/9. Okay. There are a couple more for you to try on your own. Now, we also need to know that when a number is multiplied by that reciprocal, you get 1. Okay, so if I have 2/3 and I multiply it by 3/2, okay, 2 times 3 is 6, 3 times 2 is 6. This equals 1. Okay, when you multiply a fraction by its reciprocal, it is 1. So what number multiplied by 5/6 has a product of 1? Remember, product is multiplication. Okay, so 5/6 times 6/5 equals 1. Okay, so I'll let you do number 9 and 10 yourself there. Okay, so now getting into dividing our fractions. Okay, remember, whole numbers written as fractions is just over 1. So if I'm dividing 2 divided by 1/6, okay, our rules for dividing fractions is going to be we multiply by the reciprocal. Okay, so my first number is going to stay the same. I'm going to turn my division to multiplication, and then I am going to make this the reciprocal, okay, of 1/6, which is 6/1. So here I have 2 times 6 is 12, 1 times 1 is 1, so this is 12. So 2 divided by 1/6 is 12. Okay, it just means if I take 12 and I cut it into little pieces of 1/6, I'm going to have 12 of them. Okay, so let's take a look at this next one here. So again, 6/1, okay, multiply by the reciprocal. So I change my division to multiplication, and then I use the reciprocal there. Okay, 6 times 4 is 24. 1 times 3 is 3. Then I simplify and I get 8/1, okay, or 8. Let's do one more together. So I have 8 divided by 2/5, so that's 8/1 times 5/2, because again, I'm multiplying by that reciprocal. All right, 8 times 5 is 40, 1 times 2 is 2. Simplify and I get 20. Several more for you to try on your own. Now, if we see this in a word problem, okay, a pottery studio has 11 pounds of clay. It takes 7/8 pounds of clay to make a coffee mug. Okay, so we are taking 11 divided by 7/8. That's going to tell us how many coffee mugs we can make from our 11 pounds of clay. So if I take that 11/1 and I'm dividing it by 7/8, that means I'm going to multiply by that reciprocal times 8/7. Okay, this is 88/7. Okay, and that does not simplify. Okay, so 88/7 is my answer. Okay, you can try number 18 if you'd like. All right, now if we come down and we are dividing fractions by fractions, okay, we follow the same exact process, okay, except it doesn't give us a whole number, so we don't have to put it over 1 because it's already here. So we have 21/11, again, multiply by that reciprocal over 7. Now, because these are big numbers, I will show you that you can simplify on the diagonal, okay? Like 11 divided by 11 would be 1, okay? So 11 goes at 11 one time, goes into 11 one time. I can simplify there. Okay, same thing here, 21 over 7. Okay, well, 7 goes into 21 3 times, and 7 goes into itself once, so that'd be 3 over 1. So I would get 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 1 is 1. So this is 3. Now, if you multiplied this out long ways, I would get 21 times 11, which is 231 over 77. 231 over 77. Isn't it much easier to simplify these smaller numbers? Okay, as opposed to having to simplify this big thing there at the end. Okay, so I would recommend that you utilize that. All right, let's try number 2 here. So I have 3/5 times 5 over 1, because again, I multiply by the reciprocal, equals, again, simplify on that diagonal just because I see that there are two easy ones to simplify. 3 times 1 is 3 over 1. Again, the same answer, 3. Okay, let's try another one, 4/9. So first one stays the same, multiply by the reciprocal. Okay, so 9 goes into 18 evenly, so 9 goes into 9 once, 9 goes into 18 twice. Okay, 4 times 2 is 8. 1 times 1 is 1. So this is 8. All right, you won't always get whole numbers, but we happen to on these ones. All right, got a couple down here to try if you would like. Then there are a couple in word problems. So Fadir has 5/6 pounds of flour left. He divides the remaining flour, so we're cutting it up, into 1/3 pound containers. Okay, so we have 5/6 divided by 1/3. Okay, now in order to divide this, I need to keep my first one the same, multiply by the reciprocal. Again, I can go ahead and simplify. 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 6 twice. 5 times 1 is 5. 2 times 1 is 2. So I get 5/2. Okay, or or I would get 2 1/2 because 2 goes into 5 2 times with 1 remaining and my denominator stays the same. Okay, so this would mean that we would use 2 1/2 containers for his flour. Okay, then you can try that one on your own.